Tonight, an NBC 10 News exclusive 2-month I-Team investigation. Local organizations that promise you a new loving pet, a dog saved from death, rescued from a kill shelter. Well, tonight, the I-Team focuses on one of these rescue groups called Help Save One.
Yeah, take a look at all the emails that we've gotten and phone calls that came into the I-Team, complaints from unhappy clients. They say the dogs they paid to save never arrived. Here's NBC 10 Chief I-Team reporter Jim Taracani with the murky world of rescuing dogs marked for death.
Help Save One's principal owner is Marissa Stracolucci, a woman dedicated to saving dogs from southern kill shelters.
I credit us with saving 2,000 dogs who we've placed in homes. I would probably say 700.
What happened to the remaining 1,300 dogs who were not adopted? I have more on that claim in my next report. But this I-Team investigation that took us to shelters in North and South Carolina found that Stracolucci has left a trail of outraged animal adopters, broken laws, diseased animals being brought into Rhode Island, and southern shelters wondering why Stracolucci hasn't paid them tens of thousands of dollars for helping to rescue dogs. To find out more about the Help Save One operation, the I-Team enlisted a volunteer from Defenders of Animals. She went on the Help Save One website, selected a dog, paid a required down payment through PayPal, and then was told she'd have to go to Norwich, Connecticut to get the dog. She had to bring this bank check for $225. So the I-Team brought the volunteer to Norwich, Connecticut, and this is what happened, caught on I-Team cameras.
So she's definitely got worms.
Okay.
And just check her because I know she's coughed a couple of times, so I think she might have kennel cough too.
The dog was going to be handed over with worms and kennel cough.
Yeah.
Are you working for Help Save One?
Yes.
You are? You're working for Marissa?
Yes.
All right. And where did you get the dog?
I got her from a friend.
Where? What state?
North Carolina.
Cece had, when she came up, she did have some worms and she did have a cough. She did have a cough, yeah.
According to the Rhode Island State veterinarian, this dog should have been treated for both illnesses before being handed over for adoption.
No, I don't think an animal that has active kennel cough should be adopted because that's a contagious disease. Or you already own a dog, but you take your dog to the dog park, comes in contact with one of these dogs that somebody recently adopted, you have likely exposure.
Stracolucci has delivered dogs to other adopters in shopping center parking lots. And online, there are dozens of complaints against Stracolucci from adopters who paid hundreds of dollars for a dog that was never delivered. Lisa Hoppy of Boston paid Marissa Stracolucci $700 for a dog and never got the animal.
She is playing with people's emotions, and so if a family is expecting a dog, a family pet, they're expecting somebody coming in and to keep yanking your strings and not receive that. So I feel like I don't want any other family to go through what we went through. We have a 5-year-old who is really upset.
Hoppy had to threaten to go to the police to get her $700 back. And in 2008, Stracolucci and Help Save One were busted by Rhode Island authorities for improperly transporting 15 dogs to Rhode Island from North Carolina. Many of them were sick.
Some of them had worms. None of them had parvo. None of them had distemper. All these things that were reported, all sorts of things can happen. The dog could get sick. The dog can, sometimes our adoptions don't go through. Out of the many adoptions we've done, we have had some where the dog gets sick, and we will always be upfront about that.
But Rhode Island's Defender of Animals says Help Save One leaves a lot to be desired.
Some authority in Rhode Island really needs to look into this group thoroughly. They've been stopped before by the state veterinarian. They need to be stopped again. They brought in a lot of sick dogs into this state.
Organizations such as Help Save One aren't registered. They don't keep those kind of records. Therefore, we consider them illegitimate and very high risk.
A local veterinarian checked up on the dog in Norwich, Connecticut forest. It is doing fine and is healthy, being cared for by the woman we confronted. My investigation into Help Save One continues tomorrow night. I travel to North and South Carolina, where the mention of Help Save One and Marissa Stracolucci sends up red flags. Jim Taracani, NBC 10 News.
And the I-Team is digging deeper into animal import laws in Connecticut. Before an out-of-state animal can be adopted, it must be examined by a Connecticut veterinarian within 48 hours of entering the state. Cece, the dog in tonight's story, had not been examined by a Connecticut vet at the time our cameras arrived. We also discovered that anyone importing animals into Connecticut must be licensed with that state. According to Connecticut authorities, Help Save One is not licensed in that state.